All right, everybody. So we are a week away before the Survivor Series War Games Premium Live event. So with the pay-per-view pretty much fully updated, I was like, let me go ahead and give y'all my predictions for the show. Now, granted, I know y'all see Carlito and Santos here, but I'm actually going to start off with the women's War Games match. I don't have the full updated picture here, obviously, so that's why you don't see it. But it's gonna be damage control. We're talking Io Sky, we're talking Bailey, we're talking Karai, we're talking Asuka, and of course we're talking about for the other side, Charlotte, Becky, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch. Really similar to the women's War Games match we had last year in some way, shape, or form. But I feel like in this case, and you could say damage control gets the win here, but I feel like with the story they're playing, with how they are just really, really ready to kick Bailey out the group. Like you can tell it, man. Like they are waiting for the signal. They are waiting for the right moment to be like, hey, let's get this girl out the group. You know what I mean? I feel like damage control losing, especially specifically Bailey taking the pin, is gonna play a role in that. You know what I mean? They blame Bailey for her losing and they kick her out the group, obviously. So that being said, I do think that Team Charlotte or Team Bianca is gonna win this match, and I do feel like that's gonna further lead into Bailey getting kicked out the group because the signs are there, man. The signs are there. But now let's move on to Carlito and Santos Escobar. Santos is, I feel like he's been pretty good so far as a heel, turning his back on Mysterio. Carlito looking for revenge, but I do think Santos Escobar wins here. Especially if he is, this serious role. I just feel like you give him the win here against Carlito. It's honestly crazy. This is Carlito's first pay-per-view match in I don't know how long, but it's good to see him back, obviously. But sorry, Carlito, you gotta take this L, man, against Santos, man. But this should be a good match. I feel like. Okay, so we got The Miz versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, and I like the story of this match as well. The Miz looking to go after what is his ninth or 10th Intercontinental Championship title run, and we know The Miz and his history with that championship and how Gunther has been stellar with that very same championship. So I think this should be a good match. I don't think Miz is going to win here, though. I do think the ring general prevails, but I feel like these guys are going to tell a really good story. And, but in the end, I think Gunther's going to retain his championship easily. But yeah, it should be a good fight, though, nonetheless. Okay, so we got Rhea Ripley versus Zoe Stark. Obviously, Zoe Stark came close to beating Rhea at Crown Jewel, and then she won the Battle Royale on Raw to get this opportunity. Now, this should be a really good match as well. Zoe Stark, regardless of how she is, like when it comes to in ring, like mic work, obviously, but in ring, the woman can work, and I think her and Rhea hopefully can make it work. You know what I mean? Now Rhea's retaining. Let's be real here. Rhea's not losing that championship, but I think Zoe is going to put up a fight where it's like she's going to come close, like Crown Jewel, but it's just not going to be enough to beat Mommy, obviously. And then, of course, who could forget the main event, the men's War Games match, man? We got the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, JD McDonough, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, Cody Rhodes, main event Jey Uso, Seth freaking Rollins, the world champion, and Sami Zayn. This is the culmination of months. Y'all got to think like this didn't happen 2 weeks ago. This has been going on. I feel like since WrestleMania, May, June. This has been going on with the Judgment Day and Sammy and Cody and all these guys, and this is the proper way to end it in War Games. And I do think Cody's gonna and his group is gonna win. I do think they're gonna win, and considering that Drew McIntyre's obviously looks like he's gonna be the fifth guy for the Judgment Day, I'm gonna go out and say it that Randy Orton is gonna be the fifth member for Team Cody. With the rumors, the rumblings about Randy Orton coming back. Cody Rhodes even said it after Raw this past Monday about how he has a friend in mind to join the team. It's pretty somewhat obvious it's going to be Randy Orton. And if it's not Randy Orton, I'll probably say LA Knight maybe, but LA Knight's really looking at the bloodline in this case, and there's no real other person that is in the bloodline outside of Jey Uso, and he's out the bloodline. So I don't know. I don't know. But either way, this should be a really good main event. But I do think Team Cody gets the win, and this is the proper way to end the feud between the Judgment Day, which I have no idea on where they're going to feud with each other next, but we will see what they do. Now, the final thing I want to address in this video is obviously, because Survivor Series is in Chicago, CM Punk. Um, they've been teasing it. We've been rumors have been going crazy for months now. Is CM Punk showing up at Survivor Series? I say it's a 50% chance CM Punk shows up. Like, we're not gonna know literally until that night that CM Punk shows up. Now, let's say he does show up, right? I feel like what they need to do, they need to do what they like how they did it with Bray Wyatt when he showed up. You see, when Bray Wyatt showed up, Bray Wyatt came after the main event. He didn't attack anybody. He just showed up and said, "I'm back," and there you have it. They could end the show like that somewhat, or even open up the show or something like that. I don't know. Do what you need to do, but just have CM Punk just show up, be on stage, be like, "Hey, y'all, I'm back. I left WWE, whatever." And, he can go more on Raw or the press conference or whatever. But it's going to be really interesting, man, because they've been teasing it. They've really been teasing it on social media, on TV, with the website, just everything, man. And it's just like they do all this teasing and Punk doesn't show up. Like, trust me, there's going to be a lot of fans chanting CM Punk. Like, that whole arena is going to go off the roof if CM Punk is to show up. But we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's about 50% chance. I think he shows up. Either he does or he doesn't. Either way, this should be a good pay-per-view nonetheless. And the WWE, they're doing good. They're doing good stuff right now. You know what I mean? To where it's like, if they get CM Punk, cool. If they don't, then they don't. I just heard literally as the time I'm recording this video, and I apologize for going a little long here, but I heard that the WWE has interest in Kazuchika Okada somewhat, that they're trying to somewhat sign him, but again, it's a rumor. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed my Survivor Series War Games preview. Let me know in the comments what do you guys think is going to happen on the show, who you guys think is going to win. Y'all think Pepsi Phil is showing up? Y'all think the Viper's coming back? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see y'all.